media I've sat down and ever consumed. I haven't watched any of the cartoon, any of the other movies, nothing. So we got some things to talk about. This was definitely interesting to watch, and we're gonna get
It's
into
good,
it.
ain't it? It's good, ain't it?
It was good. I didn't expect it to be as it
As
was.
nice as it was. Yeah.
All right, so y'all know how we get this started. We're gonna jump into the cons first. I think I went first on the cons last, so it's your turn.
Okay, I'll do it. No problem. Okay, so I got 3, and I'm gonna start the football scene.
All right, let's hear it.
Man, look. Charlie Brown, you can't be this gullible. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I'm not gonna do it. Does it twice. Come on. Like, it's insane how you're just gonna let this girl who might have a crush on you, might not. We can't figure it out because they're 8-year-olds in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Uh just mess with you. And then the fact that the twice is crazy.
I understand that. That was definitely.
My number 2 is the disrespectness of Charlie Brown himself. Now, if I recall correctly, Charlie Brown is just the most well-known character of the Peanuts. The whole group is called the Peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Little Rascal situation. They should all be known, but Charlie Brown is
It's
supposed to
the
be the
face of
main
it.
guy.
The face of it.
Yeah. And his disrespect. How does he only get rocks? First off, I don't know. Like, look.
That's something I talk about
I got 5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar. I got a quarter. I got a rock.
because I want to know why they kept giving him rocks. Like every house, everybody in this neighborhood, they all got together and they were like, you know what? Give him rocks. And like, why? I want to know. I want to know the purpose behind it. Because every house, everybody's like, got this. I got that. I got a rock. Like, why do they have so many rocks to give him? It's just mind-boggling.
And especially the difference. Like, the kids are like, oh, I got 5 small pieces of candy. Oh, I got an entire chocolate bar. I got a rock.
I got a rock.
Bro, but first off, how does he always get the rock? Like, are you pulling it out of the candy bag? Like, are you like, here's your bucket of candy, and there's like, and a rock for Charlie Brown?
They just get together and they said whoever has the crappiest costume gets a rock.
But they all had similar costumes.
Yeah, but his had like 30 holes in it. He's a terrible ghost. Give him the rock.
No, it was polka dots. He colored it polka dots.
Oh my god, bro. I just want to know why they kept giving him a rock. Like after watching it, that has been my number one question. Oh, I don't care about anything else. I don't even care how the rumor of the Great Pumpkin started. I want to know why they kept giving this kid a rock.
Dude, I don't know. And when I say disrespect, the football scene was disrespectful. That was disrespectful. At the end of it,
modeling,
they just disrespected him the entire time. He said something, he put an idea, they're like, what? Like when Lioness, the kid with the blanket, goes to the or is writing a letter to the Great Pumpkin like he's Santa Claus, right? And Charlie Brown's like, are you mistaking him for Santa Claus? And he's like, who believes in Santa Claus? The Great Pumpkin delivers presents.
Believing in something that isn't true. When you stop believing in that fellow with the red suit and the white beard who goes ho, ho, ho.
And I'm like, and then they just go away from that. Like, he doesn't bring a gift. The Great Pumpkin just doesn't show up or shows up at the end, whichever one it was. And I'm like, this is crazy. How?
Oh my god, bro! Like this whole thing has left me confuzzled. I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole thing has left me confused because, like, where are their parents? You know, we'll get into this. What's your last con?
What's my last con? I only had 2. I only had 2 simple ones.
You said you had 3.
Disrespect in the football scene. No, I got 3 pros. Ooh.
Okay, so my first con The useless fence in the beginning. That fence was so useless. Like, why was he even there? You know, okay, it's like he tried to put the pumpkin through, and it was like, all right, pumpkin wouldn't go through, and I'm like, that fence isn't connected to anything. He's just like,
It just walks
what's the
around.
point of having a fence there? Like, is
Beautiful.
it unfinished? Like, what is the story behind this fence? Why is it there?
If it's unfinished, why does it have one hole that a kid can fit through?
One hole. Did the rest of it just get blown away? And they were like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore. Okay.
So funny.
All right. My next con. Why were they such haters of the Great Pumpkin, bro? Like, I understand they all knew it wasn't real. They all knew this pumpkin person wasn't gonna show up and give presents or anything. But like, he's a child, and I know they're all kids, but like, indulge him, bro. They were like unnecessarily mean for like
see, and
them
he's like
to all
5 or
be
6.
kids.
And he's like 5 or 6 or something. That's like the age that he's supposed to be because his sister's the same age as Charlie Brown, and they're like 8, 9 at the most.
I don't get it.
So they're really just like, this 5-year-old believes in the Great Pumpkin. Why do you believe in the Great Pumpkin? Insane. Is that it? You only had those 2?
No, I got one more. Hang on. Lucy. That's her name? Yeah?
Oh, the girl that holds the football and then pulls it away?
She was a
Yes.
huge douche. She was just she was top tier hater, bro. I thought I graduated top of my class at Hater U, but she is next level, bro.
Dude,
Like,
dude, you realize the difference between a doctorate and hating and your
And-
simple associates.
I'm telling you, bro, like master class right there. She's valedictorian every year. That is crazy.
And what's even crazier is she shows that she still cares for her brother by going out in the middle of the night to get him from the pumpkin patch where he's freezing and put him in his bed. Takes off his shoes, make sure he's in bed comfy, and then just goes right back to bed. So
No.
it's like she cares, but she's
She's still
a
a
Charlie
hater.
Brown hater.
A top tier hater, bro. I wish I was able to hate as good as her, dog.
She's double S tier.
She's in a new class.
Hey, we might gotta do that. We might gotta do a tier list of the biggest haters in cartoon anime. Throw her on that list, see where she stands.
We might
Let us
do
know.
that. We might do that for real. That sounds like a fun video because we got some top tier haters in cartoons, bro.
Like us, we hate cartoons.
We just do this for the fun of it, just for the. We do this to tell y'all how
Just
much
to
we
talk
hate these
smack.
cartoons. Yeah.
We sit around, spend hours watching different cartoons and movies, animated, and
just to talk trash about it.
Great times. Okay, so those were your 3.
Yeah, those are my 3 cons.
Let me kick on my pros because my pros. I think my number 1 pro right now is the nonverbal intro. Just letting the music play, just letting the story go. When I remember as a kid watching that, and when I rewatched it back, it just reminded me of the fall season. It reminded me of Halloween, which is the reason we're doing this because Halloween is here probably after you watch this video, but
It'll be way after you watch this video.
yeah, but it just gave me that fall feeling, and it just reminded me as a kid, fall in the school just was nice. It was good, felt great. So that's why I put that as pro. My number 2 is the complete opposite of Lucy, and it's Charlie Brown's sister. I don't remember her name.
Sally, I
She's
think.
Sally. She's
You think you're so smart. Just wait until the great pumpkin comes. He'll be here. You can bet on that. Linus knows what he's talking about.
good on business.
On
She was
business.
the one that protected Lioness. That's why I'm gonna keep calling him. I don't even think I'm right.
Lionel? And his name
But
Lionel?
yeah, that works. Lionel
I was like,
protected
how
him.
do
Be
I
like,
know
hey,
that?
don't make fun of him. That's my man's. Like, and she really claimed him.
Yeah, she's one of my pros too.
Yeah, gotta get that check mark going. But I just think she stood on business, and even after, it made a lot of sense why she was upset. She's like, look, I missed out on trick or treating. I missed out on a bunch of free candy. I kind of want to go home and go to bed because it is really late.
Hmm.
I'm really upset with you that this great pumpkin ain't here. Calls him a idiot, blockhead, whatever they called him.
Yeah,
Just
she
she
snapped on him at
strangled
the
him,
end. She definitely
which is
snapped on him.
fair. Which is fair. You can't tell me it's not fair.
It's definitely fair because he was hyping it up. He was like, "This is the year. This is gonna happen. This is what's gonna go down. We're gonna get all the presents for believing and being faithful," and then it didn't show up.
Yeah, but then he's talking about this faithfulness, like how good he's been, how pure the pumpkin patch was, just for it not to show up.
Hmm.
And then something was wrong. Something was wrong there.
I was kind of hoping that something happened, some unexplainable pumpkin thing happened, but they just didn't give it to us.
Yeah, my number 3 and my final pro is Snoopy.
Understandable. Snoopy creeped me the hell out watching it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but then the World War II fighter pilot scene just made up, made up for
Because
everything.
how does he know any of that? How does he know any of the events that played out?
That's just what he's doing the whole time, and he's just making noise. So good. They didn't even have Woodstock in this one. It was literally just Snoopy.
The reason why Snoopy like creeped me out a little bit, I think it's just the silence behind his actions. You know, at least with other talking, like other like not I wouldn't say talking, but you know, like
Animated
sentient
dogs.
other animated sentient dogs. They
Very
talk.
specific.
They talk and it makes it a little less spooky, but like for him to like have no
Here,
actual dialogue and
here,
he's just
here,
like
here.
laughing and everything, it's just
And then Snoopy's just like,
yeah, like that bothers me. That bothers me.
dude, it. I just think he was fun because at first I'm like, I don't understand the Snoopy hype. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that people are like really into,
Mhm.
but then after like watching that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Snoopy's dope. Snoopy's dope.
And him sneaking
He's the
around
man.
as if it was enemy behind enemy lines. Like, how does he know any of this? You're a dog, man.
He watches a lot of the History Network,
That would make sense.
which back then would be like us us watching whatever happened in 2004. Because that was like this came out like 62 or 65 or something. So World War II just happened 20 years ago.
But yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
those are my pros.
all right. Let's go ahead and slide into my pros then. For my first pro, I said the knife skills that Lucy had to carve that pumpkin immediately. Like the one in the beginning, and she's just like, and I was like, yo, as a child, that's crazy.
Yeah, and she became a serial killer. We all know this. Like,
Most
there's no way.
definitely.
She's either
Most
that,
definitely.
she's either that, or the CEO of a business and was the first billionaire woman. It's one or the other. We don't know which one it is, but it's one or the other,
I'm assuming it was the serial killer because those knife skills were crazy.
or it could be both.
Might be both. You never know. But my second pro is actually one of the ones you dislike, and it was the signed document.
The disrespect
It was
of
just
Charlie Brown.
yeah, okay. The disrespect played into it, but it was more so just like the signed document behind it was hilarious. Because like, why as a child do you have this signed document, and then for you to be like in the fine print? Oh, and it was like this wasn't notarized. Like what?
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, now I know what you mean because I'm like, wait a minute, what?
The joke itself
But
was
that's
just hilarious.
and see, that's why I think she's either a serial killing billionaire or that's really it, or she died
Serial
young.
killer
It's one or
billionaire.
the other.
Yeah. Uh The other thing that I wanted to, the other pro, it was a saying, it was like one of the lines on there, and it was like, I learned you don't talk about religion, politics, and the Great Pumpkin. And I found it absolutely hilarious because I refused to talk politics of any kind with my friends or
And I send
religion.
him. I send him. I just want this to be known. I send him political memes all the time just to mess with him.
I just watch him and
I
be
don't know if he
like,
thinks.
I'm not
I don't
replying
know
to
if he finds them
this.
funny or not.
I'm
I
not
think they're
replying
funny.
to that. Religion too. I do not discuss religion. Mm-mm.
Dude, I can look at you and tell you what religion you are. I'm not gonna say it
You don't know what you're talking about.
because I'd be racist.
Yes. All right. So my other we already talked about that pro. It was Sally. Um, my last pro, it is so stupid. It was the little dance that Charlie was doing, like Charlie Brown was doing with the for the part when he got the party invitation. I was like, he is hitting that, bro. He's killing it. I was like, I'm putting that in my arsenal of dances right there because I'm gonna have to smack that. Bumpkin, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Sap.
I was like, I'm gonna have to add that to my arsenal of dances, bro, because he was hitting it.
Yeah, that dude. All their dances, like somebody on TikTok will be like, oh, trying these cartoon dances, and we'll do all theirs, and they smack a little more than they should.
They definitely like he was hitting that, bro. He was effortlessly hitting it too. He was just like Charlie Brown hitting the gritty, yeah. Charlie Brown hitting the gritty, Bumpkin.
There you go. There you go.
That
I like it. I like it.
was my last pro though.
Okay, now
Oh,
we're not gonna do a draft.
it's
Oh,
kind of
you
funny
gotta
too. No, it's kind of funny because my other talk about is how they were opping on Charlie the whole movie. You were talking about the disrespect. It's like
the disrespect.
they were
Man,
opping, bro.
dude. Okay, okay. I need to either do some extra research and try to find every peanut gallery that there is and figure out why they do this to Charlie Brown. Okay.
They were such ops, bro. Like
Like even his sister isn't even that disrespectful to him. Like his sister treats him like a sibling. No, these other kids are like disrespect.
from the rocks to the drawing on his head saying he'd be the perfect model. They didn't even need that, bro. They didn't even need to do that to him. They knew how they were gonna carve that pumpkin.
The fraudulence of the contract that was signed.
Telling him that party invitations and party disinvitations went out.
Ugh,
They were
crazy.
just so mean. They were just ops, bro.
Bro, can you imagine hating so bad? You send people you don't want to invite to your party. You're not invited to my party
That
invitation.
is
Like,
ridiculous. Oh, Bumpkin, I meant to respond. The streams have been good. We just been laughing for like the last 18 minutes for real.
just talking about the disrespect to Charlie Brown and
Pretty
how
much.
Snoopy is creepy but awesome.
I was supposed to say because he creeped me out, bro. Like, and then the snickering, and then the silence behind his, like, oh no, nah, man.
Dude, all those cartoons were kind of creepy back in when it comes to that.
Snoopy's a real serial killer.
We know. Did you not see him in World War II? He obviously took some people down.
Most definitely did.
Okay, so draft. I say we don't do one because we don't really have a reason right now. Because
I was
it's
just
just a.
saying. Yeah.
I don't know
Who are
what
you
we're.
going
I don't
trick
know
or
what we're
treating with?
drafting.
That's weird. You know, we're not.
who 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 you drafting to fight the Great Pumpkin?
Who are you drafting to sit and wait for the Great Pumpkin with? Who are you giving rocks to?
Who are the kids throwing the rocks?
Bro, like I need I keep coming back to it because I genuinely need answers. Why were they giving him rocks? Like I need to know if the neighborhood actually got together and was like, We're giving out rocks this year. Like our homie Cassie sent me a video, and it was like this lady, she was getting ready for like Halloween and everything, and to like pass out candy, and she was like, and she grabbed a few rocks, and she was like, "Yep, Charlie Brown prepared me for this." And she put rocks in her candy bowl to hand out to kids with bad like costumes.
Okay. I just looked it up, and it gave me an exact reason that Charlie Brown received rocks.
I need to hear this.
Okay. So the original idea was that there was only one scene of them getting candy. And the kid would be like, I got 5 pieces, I got a chocolate bar, and Charlie Brown's like, I got a rock. Like it was just a coincidence that it happened. But one of the creators was like, that's too cruel. That's messed up. However, thought it would be perfectly fine to give it 3 rocks, and it's the likelihood of rocks falling into the candy bowl is the whole reason. Like the likelihood of him getting 3 rocks is so astronomical that's the reason they did it, because they thought it would be funny.
Okay, I mean it was hilarious, but like,
but
I just didn't understand why.
It's also saying the adults, like they went to each house, and that some adults were like, "I'm not giving you candy. Here's a rock." And Charlie Brown just so happened to be the one that got it. That was the original thought.
That's unfortunate.
But at least it answers your question.
It did. It definitely answered my question, because I have been, ever since I watched it, I have been grappling with that. And I talked to, is my lady watched it with me. She didn't know, and she said this is one of her favorite movies. We watched it, and I just had questions like, I want to know The Rock, and now I know, so I can sleep peacefully.
And he's ruining the whole experience for her. She's like, I love this movie, and you're like, The Rock, like the Rock. Dwayne Johnson is not here. Why are there rocks?
Oh man, I talked about that fence for a good 5 minutes when we watched.
Oh, yeah. For those who missed it, he talked about a fence. Okay. A fence that wasn't connected to anything. Why did Lionel?
Fence.
Maybe neighbors are mad at each other and they just did that. Just like, this is my part and this is your part. There you go.
Stay on your side.
And then they're just walking through the fence like it's nothing. And it's like, keep your kids out of my lawn.
Oh, man. All right, let's get on to these ratings.
Since I went with pros and cons first and we didn't do a draft, you can knock this out first.
All right, hold up. Let me find my list.
I already got the Rotten Tomato scores pulled up. I already got them.
Oh, no. Look at him. He's being,
and remember,
being
this
on
is
top of it.
This is out of 25. Don't forget.
All right. That's why I was pulling up my ratings list. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. So for the entertainment. So for the entertainment, I gave it a 20 out of 25.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me guess the reason you only gave it a 20 out of 25. You gave it an 80%. Let me guess why. Okay. The fence and the rocks.
Most definitely. Because I wanted to know. I wanted to know what was up with the fence, what was up with the rocks. And also, I gave it this because it's not something. Okay, you know, I as I said at the beginning of this, I'm not a big Peanuts person. I'm not a big Charlie Brown person. So it was entertaining to watch, but it's not something that I would come back to frequently. It'll probably be like a 1-year Halloween thing. I had to give
and that's really the only time I remember ever watching it as a kid too. So this is what I understand is we watched it in school on a VHS, or it was on like one of the big networks and they would just play it and it just so happened to be on and we would watch it. Like that's
so it's not something that I would consistently go back to throughout the year. Just be like a Halloween thing.
But it wasn't bad enough to give it a worse grading. So
Exactly. It was
there you
entertaining.
go.
All right. The character likability, I'm gonna give it a 23.
Okay.
I did in like Lucy, like I said, she was a douche, but I enjoyed all the
She was a fun
characters.
douche.
She was a fun douche, and that's why I won't take it lower. Snoopy, I said Snoopy was unsettling. I'm gonna stand by that. Snoopy was very unsettling. Like,
Dude, I think this man had nightmares after watching just of Snoopy.
I might have, and it's just of him snickering in a corner, looking at me or something. I don't know, but
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to his place and just stand in the corner while he sleeps. I'm gonna get his girl to let me in and just be like standing in there in a Snoopy costume, see what happens.
oh my god, if she ever betrayed me like that, I wouldn't go nowhere because I love her to pieces. But I remember that.
He's like, yes, that's one less flower on the roses that you get.
All right, character development. There wasn't any.
See, that's the thing is with this one, it's kind of hard to put like a character development. But when you really think of how the story progressed, see how the characters progress with the story,
Mm.
it's hard to really give it a grade. But what does it feel like almost is what you got to give this one.
Just because of seeing Lucy at the end do what she did for her brother, I would say we'll give it a 16. Give it a 16.
Okay.
Because I can't go no higher because like I said, there wasn't any real development. Everybody was themselves the whole way through, and that's fine. Everything doesn't need
but that's
development,
also
but like, we
because
can't rank it.
But this is also a 60s cartoon, which there was not a story. There wasn't supposed to be character development. These are the characters, these are how they act. Here's a show for them.
Exactly.
And that's what it was back then. So any show we review that's like that or movie that's like that, that will more than likely be that way.
We'll come up with something for it. So it's not always just a random low number. I know you critics will get tired of that.
That's us. We're critics.
Yeah, that's essentially what we're doing. All right. And for the story, I'm gonna give it a 20 because it was a little all over the place, but at the same time, it's what we're here for. It was straightforward, but it was just jumbled. Like we got random cuts to Snoopy
Doing Snoopy things.
doing Snoopy things. We kept getting cut back to the Great Pumpkin, them waiting. The rocks. Those rocks, bro.
That's not a bad grade. I'll tell you what you give them after I give my gradings. But so our grading way is a little different. So for entertainment, I gave it a 22 because I didn't look at it as, oh, it's a seasonal movie. I looked at it like, when will I watch it and will I watch it again?
Mm-hmm.
So like, obviously we're doing this specifically because of Halloween, and it's a Halloween, basically TV episode.
Yeah.
And it's enjoyable. I think it's funny. Made me laugh a few times.
I definitely laughed. I laughed. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
I got a rock.
I like it. The rock. Because the first time I was like, all right, that's funny. Plus, I recognized the TikTok audio, and I was like, and I told my lady, I was like, I love finding TikTok audios in its original source material because it's always funny and it's always unexpected. But then after the second time, I was like, what's going on here? I started panicking a little because I'm like, why is he getting a rock? Why is he getting a rock? Another one. And I was like, you know what? I even told Cassie today, I was like, look, I would fight so many parents in that neighborhood if my child came home with rocks in their candy bag.
Now, if it was one,
I'd be like, all right, you pick that up when you're out there. You thought you found a cool rock. You like that rock. Here's where we are.
And especially if he goes, oh, this house gave it to me. It's like, the Johnsons? The Johnsons gave you
a rock? Put them up. Like.
But then when it's three, it's like, so the Johnsons, the Smiths, and the Eduardos gave y'all. What is happening? Why are they doing this?
I'm I'm gonna have a talk to them because
No, hold on. This is the '60s, so it wasn't quite the rocks that are illegal. But why are they like this?
this was the '60s. Was the rock a euphemism for drugs?
Hold on. Remember, this is hold on. Okay, this did come out in '66, so this was prime time.
Was the rock a euphemism for drugs? Did they give Charlie drugs? Was this a big check your children's candy campaign?
What a maneuver! They just bob and weaved into that one.
Oh
What if that's true? If that's true, first off, that's way earlier than I would
my
expect. Okay, but crazy, crazy thought process. If
Oh
that's
my
true,
god.
but we just looked it up and it wasn't.
It
But that would
wasn't,
be
but
crazy.
that would have been wild. All right, let's get your
Moves
ratings.
he moves up. He's like, yeah, it's what he want now. So I gave it a 22 for entertainment.
Mhm.
No problem. Okay. Character likability, I gave it 20 because when you really think about all the characters that introduce, I don't care about Charlie Brown. I really only like his sister. His
His
sister
sister
was
was
cool,
she was standing on business.
and and Lyle was cool. Lionel, whatever it is, he's cool too. Like Charlie Brown was there and did what he needed to as a like kind of main character that supports his own support. I guess I don't.
Mhm.
And then Lucy, just like her Halloween costume, is a witch.
Mhm.
Okay, and you can rhyme that if you want,
Yeah, I know what he's
but
talking about.
that's just how it is. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's crazy. So I only gave it a 20. Thought I couldn't go any higher because some of the characters didn't really feel much to me.
Mhm.
Um, Character development, I gave a 19. I do feel like there's not again, as we said, there's not gonna be character development in smaller episodes, stuff like this from this early times of animation. But I do feel like a lesson was learned, and it was learned in a way that I like to see as a parent.
Mhm. And see, I
So
think
like
it's a different lenses because I'm not a parent, so for me it
I
was just
am.
like kids being kids. He's a parent, so it's like you have that extra perspective that I don't because it's like I wasn't looking at it
Well,
that
now
way, but like I said, I do appreciate how she went back out there and made sure he was good at the end of the day.
seeing I've taken a lot of classes because I kind of had to uh that got me a degree. So I learned a lot more about children in their psychological and their development. So it does help me. So I see it from multiple lenses. And as a parent, I appreciate because she could have drug him back whenever she wanted to.
Hmm.
But she straight up was just like, I'm gonna let him do his thing. And then when he failed, she went and helped him out a little bit, made sure he was okay, and then went back to bed.
Right. She
He was
didn't.
fine.
She chastised him, of course, for believing in it, but she allowed him to believe in it instead of immediately bullying him out of it, as
Or
most
trying to protect
siblings
him
would
too
do.
much and buying in with it.
Exactly.
So that's why I gave it a 19. Charlie Brown not learning from the first football miss should have made me go even lower, but just gonna go past that. Storyline, I did give a 23 out of 25 because the story was the Great Pumpkin is coming, and we don't know if it is or isn't. And I feel like at the end of it, because I didn't watch the credits, like before it goes to credits, it appeared, but I really don't remember
Did it? We kind of turned it
exactly.
off like right as the movie ended, though. I'm not gonna lie. We turned it
Ugh.
off like right before, so I
You're
can't.
supposed to know. You're supposed to know. But yeah.
One quick
So
Google
if it
search.
did
We're here.
okay, so I'm gonna keep talking as I do this. So but that's what the whole story is. The whole story is about Lionel believing in the great pumpkin and trying to get the great pumpkin to come there.
Mhm. Hang on.
So
Let me do something
all
real
the
quick.
oh, what's he doing?
I gotta go unlock my front door real quick. Be right back. You can rant to them.
Man, this man is so did you say I could rap to him? I'm not rapping to y'all. I don't have anything off the top of my head right now. I'm still gonna look this up though. Okay, so yeah, I was right. The Great Pumpkin does appear at the end of the movie. Okay, so no problems. Great, great. So he
I know
believes in it,
gripes
and
about
once
that
he just
fence.
are you ready to hear what I was actually talking about? So I looked it up and it said yes, it did appear. Okay,
Okay.
so it waited till Lionel left. Even if I'm saying his name wrong, I feel like I am. After he left, all of a sudden, then the Great Pumpkin came.
It's so
So
disrespectful.
that is, he's waiting there for you the whole time, believing in you. Like if this was a Christmas movie, bam, would have been right there immediately. Like, what's up? What's up? Bam.
Especially because he has so much faith and like so much
Yeah, dude.
preparation.
He carried. He carried. If this was basketball, he's LeBron in the finals with game on his line. He's a 3-1 Cleveland Cavaliers going against the Warriors. For those who know, you know. He don't know
I don't, because I don't watch, as we
anything.
know. I don't watch sports. Unless it's anime, sports anime. I watch sports anime. I love sports anime.
We should somebody make that season just a sports anime and he'll watch it and
I'll
he'll
watch it.
understand.
I will.
They say 2016 finals says the greatest finals of all time.
But all right.
Okay. So now we got finished our gradings. Who do you think was higher, me or you?
Yours was high out of our scales, or
Yeah,
yours was higher because you
out
gave
of
it a
ours.
19
Okay.
and
I
the
gave it an
23.
84.
Mm-hmm.
He gave it a 79. So
Rotten
we're in the
Tomatoes.
ballpark. Yeah. Rotten Tomato, the tomato meter or the critic score was a 90.
They had
Cool.
children watching it.
Cool. The fan meter or the popcorn meter, 85.
Makes sense.
So I don't know how they do gradings. I really don't. If they're just like, okay, out of 100, what would you give this? Oh, an 85.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a critic scale. He's staring at a cat.
Nah, I don't have a
Snoopy
cat.
walked in. Snoopy walked in.
No, but pretty sure my girlfriend did.
Snoopy's there.
That's crazy. If I walk outside and it's a dog in my living room snickering at me,
White
oh,
dog. A white dog. Oh my god.
oh my god, I'm gonna send you a picture and it's just gonna be me holding my sword, pointing at it, terrified.
And the funny part is he has one of those like little if you ever seen one of those tiny Louisville slugger bats. He just has a sword that looks like that. Just
I'm in the corner, like just screaming, just.
and you're like this, just like
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna call it a night. You guys have a great night. Be good people. Lot of good jazz. We love y'all. Remember to keep it animated. We'll see you in the next one.
Deuces.
Bye bye.